Hello everybody and welcome to our webinar today on how to create and sell online courses in 60 days or less. My name is Iman Agai, the founder of Success Road Academy and the creator of Ultimate Course Formula. And we are waiting for Sarah. Sarah is trying to log in on her end. There's a little bit of a technical issue, but she's going to be with us in the next few seconds on this. So now, just before I continue talking for the next half an hour and then realize that you couldn't hear me, can you go ahead in the chat box and let me know that you can hear me, and also tell me where you are from. This is a webinar, so people come from all over the world there. And by the way, the chats are actually in the private mode, so I see all the messages, but you may not see each other's messages. We make the chats private so it doesn't distract you guys when you're on the call, right? So go ahead to the chat box and actually let us know which city you are from, and also if you can hear me well. Okay. In the meantime, as you guys go do that, I'm gonna quickly answer Sarah here. Sarah is like, "Oh my God, like this is not working. What should I do?" So I just let me see if I can actually help her to see what's happening with her on her end. Okay. So. You don't see. Okay, let's see if we can actually get Sarah on the call. Okay, let's root for Sarah to be able to get her on the call. She's like, "Oh, this is like giving me an ad on Chrome, stuff like that." So let's see. Okay, see who we have on the call. Holy crap! Okay, so we have so many messages here going on. Here, sound is fun. Monkey Island, USA. Is there a place called Monkey Island? I didn't know there's a place called Monkey Island. That's awesome, Daryl. Learning something new every day. Okay, there is Preston, Samuel from London, Belfast, UK, Scarborough. Okay, Southampton, Bob. Awesome, Latvia. Okay, that's perfect. I think coming from the furthest place. Eagles, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name, is from Latvia so far. Okay, awesome, perfect. So we have from all over the world. Okay, M from Sydney, you actually won the furthest place award because you are from Sydney, Australia, all the way from Australia. Okay, right. So you kind of like win considering to the distance that you have from me. Okay, now okay, let's see. I'm gonna wait one more minute for Sarah, see if we can actually get Sarah on the call, because it would be amazing. All of you guys came from Sarah Staar. Sarah and I were actually very, very excited about this webinar. And let's see if we can actually get Sarah on the phone. Okay. Alex says no sound or image. Okay, if you guys hear me and you are having a challenge actually see me or hear me, click on the reconnect button. Okay, so click on I'm actually putting it in the chat box. Click on the reconnect button if you happen to have any technical difficulties. If you happen to have any tech difficulties. Okay, so at any point of this presentation, if you guys had any technical difficulties, just simply click on the reconnect button. And I see Sarah right there. Yay! Okay, so we got Sarah on the call. Sarah, can you unmute yourself and talk to us? Awesome. Awesome. Let's see if we can get Sarah's audio here as well, okay? Perfect. You have to click on the mic button. Okay, let me tell you guys one thing. There's sometimes that people actually get very stressed out when it comes to the technology and online course creation and stuff like that. I want you guys to realize, every single one of you who is on this call, that things go wrong. At different times, things go wrong. And what matters is that you actually kind of just take ownership of it, that things may go wrong, and you just kind of have to deal with it at the time, right? So when you are running your own courses, seminars, webinars, and stuff like that, even if you are a pro, even if you've been doing this for years and years and years in your life, you can still actually fall into trouble and issues. But today, we won technology lost. Sarah, we can actually see you. Let's see if we can hear you. I can't hear you yet. No, we can't hear you, but we can see you. We can't hear you. Oh, shoot. We can see you actually with a very low resolution. We can see you with very low resolution. That's fine, but we'd like to hear you if we can. Yeah, you have the microphone on, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay. You know what? Here is what we're gonna do. Let's get started with the presentation, and then in the meantime, you try to actually get your microphone working. Okay. You can turn off your perfect webcam. I'm gonna get started with the presentation so we don't keep people waiting more, and then you can actually just try to unmute yourself, and hopefully it's gonna work. Okay. I don't mind if you actually just in the middle of my presentation you'd say like kind of your voice comes. That would be great. Okay, guys, let's get started. Let's both jump in and talk about how you can create and sell online courses in the next 60 days. Okay, if you're excited, go ahead to the chat box and say I'm excited. Let's get this. Sorry, there's it. I'm started. Go ahead to the chat box and say I'm excited. Let's get this started. Okay. Go ahead to the chat box, say, I'm excited. Let's get this started, okay? And we are going to get started with today's presentation. We're going to talk about how to create and sell online courses in 60 days or less with Ultimate Course Formula. As I said, my name is Iman Agai. I am the creator of Ultimate Course Formula and founder of Success Road Academy, which is one of the largest information marketing academies in the world. Now, to say thank you to every single one of you for showing up today on this call. When you stay to the very end of the call, I am going to give you an amazing book called The Ultimate Toolbox. Now, let me tell you about this book a little bit before I get started. When I started creating online courses and began my journey as an online marketer, I spent over $50,000 buying wrong tools, technology, cameras, microphones, everything. I mean, like, everything I got is wrong, right? And, and I spent so much money on the wrong technology until I learned actually what the right technology is and what's the best camera, microphone, whatever things that we could actually use in our business. And I put all of those in a list called in an ebook called The Ultimate Toolbox. And kind of I'm going to give you guys this toolbox, which is 35 pages of every single tool you need to create and sell online courses. There's a comparison between all the tools, the prices, and everything. So when you stay to the very end, to say thank you to those of you who showed up, and say to the very end, I'm going to give you the Ultimate Toolbox as a way of showing my gratitude. Now, a few housekeeping items. Make sure that you have turned off all the distractions around you, right? So I know that you're on a computer, so you might be checking your email, your Facebook, your Instagram. Please turn off all the distractions. The information I'm about to share with you can and will change your life if you take action on them. I'm not just randomly saying this. Over 3,000 people Over 3,000 people have gone through Ultimate Course Formula and have successfully created and sold their online courses. So when I say this information can change your life, I know for the fact if you take action on them, it can and will change your life, right? Now, make sure that you have a pen and paper. You're going to take a ton of notes, right? So make sure you have a pen and paper, and in somewhere you can take notes. If it's your iPad, whatever that is, you're going to take notes. People have told me that they've taken over 15 pages of notes in this 90-minute presentation, right? The presentation is going to be about 90 minutes. We start about 10 minutes late, so we're going to probably go for the next 90 minutes from now, okay? And then at the end of this presentation, during the presentation, I'm going to actually tell you an overview exactly how you can create the online courses. And then at the end of this, I'm going to actually give you an invitation that we can work together, and I can take your hand and help you actually bring it to reality, right? We go to a lot of seminars, webinars, conferences, we listen to a lot of free stuff, but we don't take action. And as long as you don't take action, it's not going to change your life. But the reason many people don't take action is because they don't have the right support, the right person to stand by their side and actually cares about them enough to say, yes, I want to actually help you to make a difference in your life, in the life of other people, right? So at the end of this presentation, I want to give you an invitation. And Sarah actually has shaped an amazing deal for you guys. I mean, like an amazing deal for you guys that's going to be make it very irresistible. You want to actually jump both feet in that, so we can actually help you to create and sell your online courses. I was talking to Sarah earlier this week, and she was saying like there are lots of people that are in my network that actually need to create their online courses, and that can be a huge game changer in their business. And we want to make this as easy as possible for people to actually join and benefit from. And so we shaped this amazing deal for you guys, so you can actually get my support, and get my help to actually do it. Okay. Now let me tell you a little bit of my story, and then we jump both feet to the training. Right. Back in 2010, I was running a web design company, and I started that web design company because I needed to make money, and that was the fastest way that I knew how to make money, right? And I know that you can actually resonate with that. You start a job, whatever you are doing right now, and you're doing it because, well, you definitely need to generate some income, or it's just something that you were passionate at once. I was running this company. I was a little bit I felt trapped, like I felt like I'm doing things that I don't like to do. Like I'm dealing with the type of clients I don't want to deal with. I remember like there were times that at night I would receive a message from a client that was like, hey, my website got hacked and we have to fix it right now. And then like 11 p.m. I had to get out of bed, go out there and like start doing stuff like that. Just kind of, I was doing things that like, but didn't mean to do, didn't want to do. I felt really trapped, overstressed. I was doing things I didn't like, right? If you can actually resonate with that, go ahead to the chat box and say, I can resonate with that, right? If the situation that you are in is something that you keeps you overstressed, you're not happy, you're not interested, you're not excited about it. You do it because you have to do it, but you're not, right? And that was my situation. Felt really, really trapped and overstressed at all times. I wasn't even making the money that I meant to make in my life. Like I knew I meant to do a lot more in my life, but I just kind of like didn't, right? It was kind of like got stuck there. And I knew that I wanted to have the option to travel wherever I wanted, have an automated stream of income, and do something that makes the impact in this world, right? So I wanted to do something like, this is huge for me. I want to do things I'm passionate about, I'm excited about, and more importantly, I wanted to have the option to be able to travel the world anytime that I want. I wanted to be able to go to Paris, Europe, to like anywhere, to Africa, Asia, anywhere that I wanted if I chose to be there, right? I didn't want to be trapped in one location doing one thing. And I wanted an automated stream of income. I wanted something that can generate income for me on a regular basis. So if I choose to not work for a month, I know that at the end of the month, I have the rent to pay. I know that at the end of the month, I have the money to pay the bills. I know that at the end of the month, I have something that can keep me going, right? So that was actually a huge deal for me. I was like, always think about, okay, so how can I create an automated stream of income? How can I add more money to my to my world? And then one day in October 2010, I woke up and I was bleeding internally. and I was rushed to the hospital where doctors realized I've lost 60% of my blood. And they said, you have lost so much blood, we can't perform a surgery on you. We don't even know where you're bleeding from. And we can give you some blood transfusion, and hopefully the amount of blood that we are giving you is going to be faster than the amount of blood that you're losing right now. And that's going to keep you alive. And if it doesn't, then you're not going to see the next day. And as I was on my deathbed, going through what felt like going to be the last seconds of my life, last minutes of my life, I asked myself, what do I regret if I die today? I realized the biggest thing I would regret at that point was that the fact that I didn't spend my time doing things that I was meant to do in this world. I realized I would regret that I'm not making an impact that I was meant to make in this world. I realized at that point that I would regret not spending the time with my family, with my wife, with my, with people around me that I truly, honestly cared about. And as the time passed, I said, if things continue this way, I don't want to die this way. I don't like the feeling of dying with all of these regrets were actually more painful than the feeling of dying. Like the regrets and realizing that I didn't live my life true to myself was actually more painful than feeling that I'm about to die. And I said, if I ever survive this deathbed, if I survive this, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna do things that I'm meant to do in this world. And I got lucky. My bleeding stopped, and I was released from the hospital after 10 days. And I started changing. I started learning. I started coaching. I started talking to people. And these 3 questions were the 3 questions that I actually at my TEDx talk, which has over 400,000 views right now. I actually talked on my TEDx talk about it. It's like the last moments of your life. These are the 3 questions that you're going to ask yourself. So write these 3 questions down, because they are not easy questions to come by, and they are not actually easy to go through, right? But if you die today, what is the biggest thing that you're going to regret, right? And what's the impact that you are making in this world? And what would you change if you ever survived your deathbed, right? Now, I survived my deathbed, and I got on my path on making a huge difference in myself, right? And as part of that discovery, I asked myself one question: how can I make an impact in the world and build an automated stream of income for myself that gives me location freedom? Okay? How can I make a big impact in the world, generate an automated stream of income, and at the same time have location freedom, so I can be wherever I want at the time that I want without being trapped in one location, right? And I started reverse engineering many different business models. And between all of them, there was only one business model that could actually deliver that to me in my life. And that was using online courses as the foundation of the marketing of my business. I realized if I start building online courses, if I start putting my knowledge and message into online courses, I can teach people things that I want to teach without needing to be there in a specific place. I also learned that if I have this automated course, then they can generate income for me on a regular basis, right? So it can give me location freedom, but it also can give me financial freedom, right? And I realized if I'm not there and the whole thing is working automatically, then I'm going to get time freedom. So I can do whatever I want at the time that I want and still make a huge, big impact in the world, right? Now, as a result of that, I started creating certain online courses over the next few years. So today, I've created over 53 online courses. I've sold over $2 million in online courses in my life. And I've helped people to sell over hundreds of millions of dollars of online courses between people that are in my network and my students and everybody around me. Over 3,000 people have learned how to create and sell online courses successfully from me, right? Now, As part of that process, I want to share with you something here, because many times at the moment that I talk about I start creating online courses, a question comes up for people that people say, Iman, wait a second. You wanted to create an online course, but how did you know what course you need to create? And how did you know how to structure the content? And how did you know what to put it? And how did you know how to deal with the technology? I'm going to answer all of those questions today on this call. All of those questions. I'm going to give you a step-by-step process that by using that step-by-step process, you can successfully create and launch your online course in the next 60 days if you follow the system to the dot and you don't skip any steps, okay? But before I get there, and I'll tell you those steps, I want to share with you something that is very important. Sometimes people say, Iman, how do you find content? How have you created 53 online courses in your life? And how did you get the knowledge? How did you get the information? So I'm going to tell you the answer to that first, because I want you guys to believe in yourself that you can actually create a ton of courses, and the content at this time, at this age, is not an issue. So I'm going to share with you the 3 types of courses that you can create right away, okay? So the first type of courses that I built for myself and my students build for themselves and you can build for yourself are courses that are based on your personal results, based on your personal knowledge, right? Let's say, for example, you are really good at doing something. You're really good at whistling. You're really good at singing. You're really good at losing weight or teaching people how to lose weight. You're really good at course creation like I am. You're really good at videography. You're really good at lots of things, right? You're really good at something. You're really good at organizing your room, right? So sometimes you're really good at something and you can actually put that into a step-by-step process. That's very important, a step-by-step process. The reason that people don't take action on things they want to take action on is because they are overwhelmed, right? They're overwhelmed, and if you can put that into a step-by-step process, people can just simply look at that and they're like, yeah, that's a good step-by-step process. I can actually do it, right? So you can put your knowledge, whatever you are good at, right? Put it into a step-by-step process, and you can turn that into a course, okay? So that's the first type of courses. The first type of courses comes from based on your own personal results, right? Now, the next type of courses that you can create are courses based on your students' results. So sometimes you have not achieved any results yourself, but you have people that learned from you, and they don't need to be official students. They need to just be people that they've learned from you something, right? And you can create courses based on the result that those students have gotten. Now, let me give you an example, for example. The very first course that I created in 2012, 2011, was I actually didn't know what course I want to create. I knew that I'm good at marketing, but I didn't know what type of course I can create. I didn't know how to package it. I didn't know what to sell. I just didn't know, right? I just had so many things in my mind, and I knew I want to teach all of them, but I didn't know where to start, right? So here's what I did. I found 8 people, and I told them, guys, I want to teach you for the next 8 weeks for free. I want to teach you marketing for the next 8 weeks for free. The only thing I want from you is I want you to commit to show up every single week and do the work that I'm actually going to teach you. Do we have an agreement on this? Do you want to learn marketing? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, if we have that agreement, I want to help you in the next 8 weeks with marketing. This is the first time I'm teaching this. And as I'm teaching this, I'm learning what to teach and how to teach and stuff like that. You're cool? They're like, yeah, absolutely great. Right? So that was the first step. Like I got a few people who chose to work with me for free for the next 8 weeks, right? And then we went to the class and I taught them every class. Like, so session 1, I asked them, what are the things that you want to learn? And they told me exactly what they wanted to learn. And for the next few weeks, I taught them what they wanted to learn, okay? And one of the people in the room, his name was Roger Killen. And Roger went from doing events for 12 people after 12 years to doing a 540 people event in 45 days. So he went from 12 people events to 540 people event. Now, at that point, I hadn't done a 540 people event myself. But now I had a student who actually had gotten that result. So next time when I was selling my course at $2,000, I shared the story of Roger. Okay? Now, whatever you want to teach people how to organize their room. You can work with a few people for free, and the result that they get, or you can take pictures of their room before they work with you, the room after they work with you. Bam. You have organizing, you have the sample story or success story of your students, right? You can have, you don't necessarily need to have achieved the result yourself, right? You can help people to achieve the results. And let me tell you one thing. One of the things that comes up, sometimes we'll say, Ima, if I haven't achieved something, how can I show it to somebody else? And that's actually a really wrong mindset. The best football coach in the world is not the best football player in the world, right? There are lots of football coaches who can't even play football, but they can coach players how to play football, right? So you can be an amazing coach teaching people how to get results and not be able to do that good for yourself, right? You might not have, or the best basketball coaches are not the best basketball players, right? When you have seen a person that comes to your home and cleans up everything you have, you go to their home and their home is messy. You're like, how can you make my room so clean, but then your room is messy, right? Because sometimes you have the gift of coaching. And sometimes when people have the gift of coaching, they actually get to this imposter syndrome. If I haven't done it, I can't teach it. That's not true. There are many times in your life that you can teach others something really well that you haven't achieved, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Because what people care about is the result that they get, not the result you have gotten. Okay? So that's another type of course you can create. You can create courses based on your students' results, right? But then the third part is this, building courses based on interviews. Now, many times you want to teach a piece of content, but you don't have those pieces of content, right? Let's say, for example, I want to teach a course on nutrition. I'm not a nutritionist, right? I haven't had any studies on nutrition. Can I create a course on nutrition? Absolutely. How do I create a course on nutrition? I find 10 nutritionists that are working in different areas, and I interview them on how to get a specific result. Let's say, for example, I want to create a course on nutrition for people who are overweight and want to lose weight, right? And I can create this course with interviewing 10 people that are nutritionists but focus on different diets, like a nutritionist who is vegan, a nutritionist who is a vegetarian, nutritionist who is a meatitarian, like people who just like eat meat, nutritionist on keto diet, nutritionist on this, that, right? And then, long story short, I can have all of this information without me needing to have a single piece of content of myself. Now, do these experts need to get paid? No. You don't need to pay these experts. Why? Because you're giving them exposure. You're giving them exposure, right? So you want to create a course on, for example, nutrition, and you interview a person who is a vegetarian, like a vegetarian nutritionist, and then at the end of that vegetarian nutritionist conversation, the person says, well, if you want to get more, you can actually go ahead and invest on another course related to vegetarians, nutrition plans for vegetarian. And you can even get affiliate fees on that, right? So that's actually what Sarah talks about, like getting affiliate fees and building that automated stream of income. So you can create a course, sell the course, and then have even all of these affiliate links inside your course by having other people's content inside your course. So that's, you're actually generating levels of income by creating one piece of course. So you can create courses on any topic you want simply by interviewing experts in that. Okay? Now, I have created courses based on all three of these. Right? And they have sold hundreds of thousands of dollars from these courses. Courses I never even showed up and taught. I wasn't even involved in creating and putting the content together, but they are my courses because I interviewed the person who was teaching. Okay? So now that you know this, now that you know that you can create a course on any area as long as you can find the experts, and trust me, there's so many experts right now in this world who want exposure. Exposure is the new currency. Everybody wants exposure. Everybody wants to get in front of other people. And your course can give people exposure. So that's the currency. That's how you are paying them. Okay? Now that you know that the content isn't going to be an issue. So go ahead to the chat box and write content won't be an issue. Okay? Go to the chat box and say content won't be an issue. That's extremely important, by the way, guys, that you know where the chat box is, because anything I'm going to share with you, I'm going to share with you in the chat box. So if you're on your cell phone, when you scroll down below this video, you can see the chat box. If you're on a computer, to the right side of the screen, you can see the chat box. Okay? So go ahead to the chat box, and the chat box actually say content won't be an issue, right? Because content shouldn't be an issue. Content shouldn't be an issue at this day and age. Like, there are so many experts out there who have a ton of content, want exposure, and you can give them all of that content. Okay, so I want to see every single one of you. Every single one of you, go to the chat box and say content won't be an issue. Content won't be an issue, right? And Gus is asking, can I use PLR content? Yes, you can use PLR content, Gus, but you better create your own content. Why would you use PLR content? You can mix that PLR content with some pieces of your content as bonuses and stuff. But dude, you can create such more amazing courses, and and yes, with PLR you can, but then now you have lots of competitors. But then if you actually build your course by interviews, then bam, you are actually right away. You can create an entire course in like a couple of days, right? And Daryl saying, what is a PLR? So PLR is a type of license that one person creates one product and allows everybody else to actually use that content and get that content and give them resell rights. So it's a resell right for selling another person's content, right? So, but I just, you don't even need to worry about that, okay? So go into the chat box, saying content won't be an issue. Now, I'm sharing this slide with you, not for bragging purposes. I'm not a bragger. Like, I don't care like about bragging and stuff, right? I made my business. I'm one of the largest information marketing academies in the world. Like, just kind of like the size of my academy, it doesn't need me to brag anymore. But I'm sharing this with you because I want you to see this, okay? One time I was sitting with one of my students at the bar, and he looked at my cell phone and he's like, dude, you really should show this to people, because you talk about it, but we have never seen this before, because we never built this business. So you talk about it, but we don't understand what that means. So please, when you are doing your presentation, show the snapshots of your cell phone, okay? So these are some of the snapshots of my cell phone. This is snapshots of my cell phone for 7 days. And the reason I'm sharing this with you, because I want you to see how it looks like when you actually have an automated stream of income. So if you look at my cell phone, anytime you get paid, your cell phone shows you like kind of a notification that you got paid, right? So you look at that cell phone, you see, like, for example, there is 197, 197, 997, 997, 997, 197, 197, 397, 197, right? You see that this money is coming on a regular basis every single day. How would that change your life? If on a Sunday, you would wake up and you would have a couple of people paying you $197 and 3 people had paid you $997 before even you wake up on Sunday. How would that change your life? How would that change your life? You would wake up and you have $3,400 in your bank account Sunday morning, right? And that's what I want to actually point out. One of the reasons I'm sharing this with you is because if you look at that Sunday, you can see the hour. You see, it's the first payment, 197, is Sunday, 6:44 a.m. The other one is Sunday, 6:40 a.m. The other one is 6:36, 6:34, 5:33 a.m. Right? How many, like, you see, what do you think I'm doing Sunday, 5:33 a.m.? What do you think I'm doing Sunday, 5:33 a.m.? I'm sleeping, right? But that automated stream of income makes a huge, massive difference in your life. And your content, your knowledge makes a massive impact in other people's lives. And that's the power of what I'm going to share with you today. Okay? That's why I want you to take action by the end of this presentation. A few years back, when I started my business, when I started my web design company, I was 14 days away from becoming homeless. 14 days away from becoming homeless when I started my web design company. And this is a few years after that. By using the knowledge, by using the information, by interviewing people, by having these online courses out there. And that's what is created in my life. And gave me location freedom, time freedom, that I can do whatever I want to do, right? I've been on the biggest stages in the world. Like I did my TEDx talk in front of 2,000 people in TEDx Stanley Park, which is one of the largest TEDx events in the world, all right? I've traveled the world to over 44 countries only in the last 3 years. I've been to 44 countries only in the last 3 years because I have that automated stream of income, because I have that power and the system. And the most important thing is that I'm making a massive impact in other people's lives by sharing your content, by giving them information, by making a massive impact. So the question here for you is this. Are you leveraging online courses in your business? And if not, why? Why not? What's stopping you from taking action? And when I ask people this question, people tell me 3 things. Number 1, I'm not ready. I'm not sure if I'm ready. Am I ready? Am I ready to do this? Number 2, what if I create a course and it doesn't sell well? Well, I'm going to answer that. I'm going to help you with that. Number 3, I get overwhelmed with technology and marketing. I get overwhelmed with technology and marketing, right? So let me go ahead. Actually, go to the chat box and tell me which one of these is your biggest challenge. Your biggest challenge is self-doubt, like, am I ready? Can I actually do this? Is it possible, right? Or is it, what if it doesn't sell well? What if I create a course and people don't buy it? Or what's the last point? It's like you're overwhelmed with the technology and marketing. And I'm going to actually tell you exactly how you can overcome all 3 of these. All 3 of these, right? So I'm going to share with you a step-by-step system in the next 60 minutes, exactly how you can actually create your course very fast, very quickly, to be able to get the most amazing results from your online course creation, okay? Go into the chat box and tell me if your biggest challenge is number 1, number 2, or number 3, right? So, okay, so in the chat box, I'm saying, what if it won't sell well? Marketing overwhelm. Number 3, all 3. Okay, that's fantastic. That's good. Okay, now let me actually answer these one by one for you. It helps you. The first one, challenge number 1, people say, am I ready? And the first thing comes to their mind is like, I don't have a mailing list. I don't have a mailing list. Can I create a course? Yes. Course creation has absolutely nothing to do with a mailing list. In fact, even if you had a mailing list, it wouldn't make any sense that you have a mailing list if you don't have a course. Why? Because if you have a mailing list and you don't have a course, then how do you want to generate income, right? From affiliate marketing, sure, to a certain point. But then when you have your course, you can build your list 10 times faster because everybody promotes you, right? Everybody promotes you, right? Next one is, I'm not sure if I have enough content. We talked about this. Content isn't an issue anymore. You can easily interview people. And next one, not sure how to structure my content. I'm going to share with you exactly how you can actually structure your content the way that people want to buy your course. I'm going to get amazing results. Number 2, will it sell? Will it sell? Lots of people say, Iman, there are lots of free YouTube videos. Why would people buy an online course? You know why? Because YouTube videos are not designed for lasting results. Yeah, you may have a quick YouTube video on how to open a bolt, right? You may have a YouTube video on how to I don't know, like do something simple. But if people want to lose weight, with one YouTube video, they're not going to get results. YouTube videos are not result-oriented. They're not step-by-step systems and process. People are not interested. So YouTube videos are not a competitor to online courses. In fact, last year, like in 2017, there were $150 billion worth of online courses sold. In 2018, $270 billion worth of online courses were sold. Just between the 2 years, almost the market doubled in online courses. People buy online courses on a regular basis. It's a $270 billion market just in 2018 alone. Excuse me. That was the first time I actually sneezed on a webinar in 10 years. Okay, now, so YouTube videos aren't going to be a big, like there's so much more YouTube videos out there, but still people buy online courses on a regular basis. Okay, now the next one. I'm not known as the authority. I'm going to answer that, how you can actually overcome that. You don't even need to be known as the authority to be able to sell your courses. I'm going to tell you how you can do that. Is my topic good enough? I'm going to actually share with you how you can actually build a course that can be perfect topic. Now, the third one is being overwhelmed. I don't know what tools to use. I'm not a technology expert. I have too many tasks and no roadmap. And I'm about to share with you exactly how you can create and launch your online course successfully. Okay? And Effie says, but they don't buy courses from no names. That's not actually true. So there are lots of people who are not big names and are selling hundreds of thousands of dollars of courses. And I'm going to share with you why and how you can do that in a step-by-step system. Okay? So let's jump both feet on the 8-step process that can help you to successfully create and launch your online course in the next 60 days. Now, I want to get a commitment from you before I get started on this. I want every single person go to the chat box and write this. I won't skip any steps. I won't skip any steps. Okay? And let me tell you what. The moment that you skip any of these steps, it's going to slow you down. The moment that you skip any of these steps, it's going to slow you down. Okay? So you say, sometimes people say, Iman, I'm good with this. I don't need to do this. And they're like, so I'm going to skip a step. Bam. That's where you slow down, right? I know people who have been wanting to create a course for the past 5 years. 5 years. My average students, not my superstars, my average students create their course in 60 days. Okay? Now, each of these steps takes 4 hours of work to do. 4 hours of work to do. If you have 1 week to get 4 hours of work to do, can you do it? If you know you can make a huge impact in your life, you can change your life, and you need only 4 hours to change everything. Can you be able to do that in 7 days? Absolutely. Everybody can do that. Everybody can do 4 hours of work in 7 days, right? Now, if you do 4 hours of work every 7 days, that's going to take you 8 weeks to create a course. 8 weeks. 8 weeks is 56 days. That's why we call this how to create and sell your online course in 60 days or less. Okay? So let's get started. I'm excited for those of you who went to the chat box, said I won't skip any steps. That is extremely important. Let's jump both feet in. Now, the first step of online course creation is understanding the business model behind the course and understanding why you are creating an online course. Now, let me tell you an interesting thing. Many people think online courses are cheap courses, like they're the $15, $20, $100 courses. That's not necessarily true, okay? We have 3 levels of courses for 3 groups of customers, okay? We have 3 levels of courses for 3 groups of customers. And the more you go deeper in this, the more expensive those courses become. So the first group of customers are people who are interested. People who are like, yeah, you want to teach about weight loss? I want to learn about weight loss. You want to teach about, how to whistle? I want to learn about how to whistle. Like, there are just lots of people who want to just kind of raise their hand. They're interested, but they don't want to buy anything. They just want to study. They want, like, maybe maximum they're willing to pay like $20 to to buy a book for it, or $20 to buy a course, right? So they want cheap course. They want like $20, $100, $90, $50, like stuff like that, right? Or free, right? Many of them want free, right? So the first group of people, or the interested group of people, when you are beginning your journey, you need to build a mailing list, right? And to build a mailing list, the first course you want to create, you create a course for interested people, right? You create like a free course, $7 course, $20 course, $100 course. That's a cheap course. And that allows you to build your mailing list. That allows you to actually get people to promote you, right? But then between those people, there is a group of people who are willing to invest on themselves to get results. So they say, you know what? I want to invest on myself something meaningful between $500 to $2,000 to actually get results. I'm tired of kicking tires. I want to get results. I want to work with a person and go through a course that can change my life, right? Those are the people who actually look for real courses. For example, the comparison is interested people are people who are like, yeah, I like to lose weight and I'm willing to walk on the street, or I just go on a monthly membership and pay the gym. I just gotta get access to a gym, right? They're interested. But between them, there are some people who say, you know, I'm gonna get a personal trainer, right? Those are qualified, right? So they're willing to invest more to get better results, right? And then between those people who are qualified, who are willing to invest like $500 to $2,000 to themselves, there is a group of people who are committed to get amazing results, and they want to fully invest on themselves, go fully in financially, emotionally, mentally, and invest. Now, here is where many people actually lose money, because course creators feel they cannot sell a course over $2,000, but that's not true. Okay? You can create result-oriented courses that are far more expensive than $2,000, and people are willing to buy them. For example, I have a course called Credibility Mastery Bootcamp. It's a $5,000 online course. Do we sell it to everyone? Do we sell it publicly? No. We only sell it to my qualified students, right? So I don't publicly sell it. We sell it to qualified students. It's a $5,000 course. I have a mastermind program that has 3-day live event, and everything else in it is online. Like it's 85% online, 15% in person, right? We sell that for $25,000. So what I want you guys to realize is that you can actually have very expensive online programs later on in your career that is being created as bundles. And that's where a lot of people leave money on the table. So I have a question for you here. I want you to choose right now. If you are getting started and you don't have a mailing list, you need to start with creating a course for interested people. If you have a list, people know you, but you are not generating automated stream of income, you need to create a course for qualified people. And if you are selling your courses, you have something, you're just generating some money, but you're not charging what you're actually worth, then you need to create courses for committed group of people, right? So go ahead to the chat box and tell me right now at this point of your life, which one of these do you need to create for yourself? Do you need to build a list and get yourself known? Or do you need to create an automated stream of income? Or do you need to create courses for committed people so you can command higher prices and you can charge what you're actually worth? Okay? So go to the chat box and say either interested, qualified, or committed. That's the first step. That's the first step of online course creation, right? So we begin from there. Now, here is the good news. For creating a course for interested people, within a few days, you can actually do that. Within a few days, you can put together a very simple course to build your list and right away move on to making money. Right away, move on to making money. Okay? So that's the good news. That's amazing news. So I know that some of you guys are like interested. That's fantastic. and it's easy, extremely easy. It can easily be done even with a 30-minute presentation. And here's the thing. When my students join my Ultimate Course Formula, we give them a script that they can actually follow that script to be able to create that course in a matter of few hours. Okay, so that's for interested people. And then for qualified people, you create a course, and that's actually what I'm going to share with you, how you create these courses the way that people want to buy, right? And I see like lots of you say qualified, let's say interested. A few of you are saying committed people. That's amazing. Okay, now that you do that, then we are going to go create an irresistible offer. So it's going to take you actually this, by the way, business model 1, like that step, we already finished it. We already did that one, so you don't even need to spend 4 hours there. But then now we're going to go to the second step. Second step is creating an offer that people want to buy. Now, let me tell you guys one thing. The biggest mistake I see around online course creation is that people get bugged with the technology instead of being worried about the marketing. Many times I see people want to create online courses. The first question comes to their mind is like, hey, what's the best technology should I use? Should I use Kajabi, or should I use Thinkific, or should I use OptimizePress, or should I use ThriveCart, or should I use... That is not the problem with online course creation. The thing you need to focus when you're creating an online course is what's the course that sells. The technology has become so simple and easy right now in this world that in a matter of few minutes, you can put together your entire technology right now. But what you can't do in a matter of few minutes is the marketing. And if you want to invest on a course for yourself, you need to invest on a course that teaches you how to do the marketing for course creation, so you can create a course that sells amazingly well every day. That's the thing that you want. You want to create a course that makes you money. Not the course. It's not the course. Is not about, okay, so what technology I should use, right? That's easy. That's really easy. The challenge is making a course that makes you money right now, right? So for that, what we need to do is that we're going to do a specific type of market research. I can't go to too much detail on this because it takes me usually about 2 hours to explain just that one piece separately, right? But write these things down. You want to find 8 people in your exact target market. Let's say, for example, you want to create a weight loss program for overweight men, right? So what should you find 8 overweight men? You want to create, for example, a course for 16-year-olds to play football, right? And then you find 8 16-year-olds, and then you interview them with these following 8 questions. These questions have changed the lives of so many people. That's why we call them Iman's 8 golden questions. You know, a lot of people tell you go do market research, but they don't tell you how to do it. And you actually kind of get stuck. So here's how you do. You find 8 people, and these are the 8 questions you ask them. Question number 1. When it comes to the topic, what are the biggest challenges that you are facing today? When it comes to the topic, what are the biggest challenges that you are facing today? And you write down everything they say exactly in the words that they say. Question number 2. When it comes to the topic, what are the biggest fears you are facing today? So the topic is like weight loss, course creation, marketing, YouTube, whatever that is that you want to teach, right? When it comes to question number 3, when it comes to the topic, what are the biggest frustrations that you are facing today? When it comes to the topic, what are the biggest frustrations you are facing today? Question number 4. What do you want to learn about the topic? You remember what I told you? I said a lot of people try to create a course and try to structure it on their own. And here's the problem with that. You don't know what people want. But what you can do, you can ask them what they want, and they tell you exactly what they want to put in the course, okay? So what do you want to learn about the topic? That's how I built all of my courses. I asked people, what do you want to learn about the topic? They told me if I had the content, I would teach it myself. If I didn't have the content, I found an expert, I interviewed them. I said, what do, right? So any questions people ask me, if I had the answer, I would answer it. If I didn't have the answer, I would find an expert and would get them to answer it. That's it. That's as simple as that, right? Question number 5. What would your dream day look like? What would your dream day look like if you could get results from this course? Okay? If you could create your online course, if you had an automated stream of income, if you could wake up on Saturday morning, on Saturday morning, before you woke up, you had $3,000 in your bank account. By the way, I'm not promising you guys income, right? I'm just telling you that's what's happening, right? Now, if you could do that, what would your dream day look like? Well, if I wake up at 8 a.m. on Sunday and I have $3,000 in my bank account that I didn't have yesterday, then this is what I would do, right? What would that dream day look like? Question 6. What do you like to see in a package? What do you like to see in a package that you feel supported enough that you can get results? What would you like to see in a package that you feel supported enough that you can get results? Now, I'm going to talk about this in the next slide, in the next step. Actually, not slide, next step. But a course doesn't need to be only recorded videos. It can be only recorded videos, but it doesn't need to be only recorded videos. Here's the thing. You can add lots of other features to a course. For example, in a course, you can give people some recorded videos, some PDFs, some audio files. You can give them a Facebook group that doesn't cost you a dime to build, right? And you can even teach them live for a few weeks like this, for 4 weeks or 5 weeks online. So all of it gives people more support. And when people get more support, they feel they can get results. And when they feel they can get results, they're willing to invest on themselves in a meaningful way. Okay? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. That what do you like to see in the package that you feel supported enough? When you ask that, they're saying, okay, for example, I want 8 group coaching calls, I want 8 videos, and I want like 2 ebooks that help me like to plan. And then you say, how much are you willing to pay for that package? So question 7, how much are you willing to pay for that package? I'm going to tell you exactly how much they're willing to pay. If you don't ask them what they like to see in the package, then they can't tell you how much they're willing to pay for it. Okay? So you ask them that question first. They're like, what do you like to see in the package? The person says 8 weekly calls plus 8 one-on-ones. You're like, okay, how much are you willing to pay for it? Well, if you're giving me 8 videos plus 8 group coaching calls and 8 one-on-ones, I am willing to pay $2,000 for it. Bam! That's a $2,000 course that you didn't know you had in you. But you didn't know because you never asked your customers. And question 8, if I decided to teach this course, would you like to be one of my first students? You see, a lot of times people think people are not willing to work with people that are unknown. That's not true. People are willing to work with people who are unknown as long as they can see that they can get the support to get the result. And I tell you guys are leaving a lot of money on the table by simply not knowing what your customers want to buy. How do I know that? Because every year, hundreds and hundreds of my students go online and share their stories of how, when they realize what their customers want to buy, it changed their life. Now, I'll tell you a couple of those stories. This is George Basargin. He's one of my good friends, and he actually went through this course. And I got him to actually do that market research. George used to work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, every single day, helping people to lose weight. I told him, George, just do the market research. I promise you, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. So he did the market research, and he realized that there is a big group of people in his business that are willing to pay him $400 a month, $400 a month for working with him 2 hours a week. In 2 weeks, he sold 20 packages. He sold 20 packages at $400 a month. That's $8,000 a month for working 2 hours a week that he was leaving on the table. If you put that in perspective, that's $96,000 a year for working 2 hours a week that he was leaving on the table simply because he didn't know what his customers want to buy. That's the change that it can make in your life, right? Now, George was not the only one. I have hundreds of these stories. I'm going to tell you another one. That's the story of Pat Iyer. Pat works with legal nurse consultants. Now, you may even wonder, what is a legal nurse consultant, right? That's how much her niche is small. That people even don't know that those people exist. Like, these are nurses who go to court and actually testify in court, right? They're called legal nurse consultants. They're a very small group of people. And Pat teaches them just how to write a report, one report, right? Now, for years, Pat thought she can't sell people a package over $197. Like, she just believed wholeheartedly nobody's willing to buy anything more than $197 from her, right? She put that package together. She went through Ultimate Course Format. She went through my course, asked people what they want to buy, put it into a package the way that we teach. She went out there. She priced at $697. She sold 16 packages at $697 the first 2 weeks. She raised the price to $797. She got that sold out. She raised the price to $997 and got sold out. For a person who believed that she can't even sell anything for over $197. She generated $42,000 by just learning clearly what it is that actually her customers want. I can go on and on and on stories like hers and George and lots of other my students that learned how to create packages. Not going to go because we're going to go to the next step. Now, the next step is now structuring the content. And so for that, you already ask people what they want to see in the package as question 6. And then now you have to put that package together. And here are some of your options that you can have. You can have live online classes via webinars, right? So this is what we are doing. We have a live webinar. You can ask questions and stuff like that, right? You can have live online classes via teleseminars, so people call in. You can have online support groups. You can go to a Facebook group. You can go to different places and build this Facebook group. Do you think it would help your customer if they had access to a Facebook group? Absolutely. You can give them one-on-one support, right? As long as it is online. As long as it is online. Okay? So one-on-one support, but as long as it is online, right? And so, like, I remember I was in Germany doing an interview, doing a session with my client in Australia, right? And I live in Vancouver, BC, in Canada. So, like, just kind of like, just you have location freedom. You can be wherever you want to do, whatever you like to do, right? You can give them a small group support, which is you can use the technology on Zoom that you see them, they see you. Accountability partners, online videos, audios, and PDFs. And you can give them email autoresponders. Now, let me tell you one thing. The easiest way to teach live, to teach for the first time, is this. You start with a small group and you teach them weekly. You don't go create your course all together. You want to teach weekly. Why? Because if you have one whole week to prepare 1 hour of content, can you do that? If you have one whole week to prepare 1 hour of content, can you do that? Absolutely. Anybody can do that, right? You have a whole week to prepare 1 hour of content. You have one whole week to prepare 30 minutes of content. Can you do it? Right? Now, if you go and create, so you start teaching live, right? So you teach live, you create that course live, and you show up live, you teach them live, and you record that video. You record that video, and bam, you have your content for that week. Now you can get that content, and you can automate it. You can put it on an online system. That's how you can create a course really, really, really fast. Now, why wouldn't you create a course first, then start teaching, then start getting clients to it? Because it will take you years if you want to create a course on your own, if you don't have a public commitment. Okay? Now, would people buy a course before it's been created? Absolutely. How do I know that? Because we have a system. And that's how my students have been selling hundreds of thousands of dollars in online courses even before they create their course. Now, here is the way. That's step 4. You're going to create a course one-pager. You're going to create a course one-pager. And you're going to, on your course one-pager, write the following 6 things. Number 1, what's the name of the program, right? So you're going to put the name of your program. Number 2, who this program is for. Do you know who this program is for? This program is for people who are dealing with the challenges and the fears and frustrations that you got on step 2 in your market research. You remember we did the market research, right? You asked people what their biggest challenges and the fears and frustrations. That's who the program is for. The program is for people who are dealing with those challenges, fears, and frustrations. What's the outcome? You ask them on step 2, what would your dream day look like? That's the outcome of the course. Okay? What they learn, how do you know what would they learn? Because you ask them what would they learn, what they want to learn, right? On the step 2. So that's why I tell you, never ever skip any steps. That's why I say never ever skip any steps. Because at the moment that you skip any steps, it slows you down. The moment that you skip any steps, it slows you down. Now, how do you know the features? You did it on step 3. On step 3, you wrote how many packages, what is included. Also, you ask people on the step 2 what they like to see in the package. So that goes where that goes to features. And the last one, the price. How do you know the price? Because you ask them in the market research. You see, that's why you can never ever skip any steps, because the moment you skip any steps, you are missing out important information. And the moment that you miss out on important information, then you can't get results as fast as you could. You get this market research, you get this questionnaire, you get this one-pager, and you go back to the people that said yes, they want to be your first students. You present it to them and you offer the course to them, usually at 50% discount. You say, I'm planning to create a course or planning to launch the course on every Wednesday, starting on June 5th at 10 a.m. And the first group of people can get the course at 50% discount. Would you like to be one of the first students? Now, why would people buy a course if it hasn't been created? You know why? Because that's the way that the education industry works. Think about it. When you went to college, how did you go to college? You paid up front and you got your classes on a weekly basis, right? When you go to the gym, how do you pay the gym? You pay them up front and then you go to classes every single week later on. It's quite normal in the education industry that people pay up front and then they take the courses. Now, for whatever reason, when it comes to entrepreneurs say, oh, you know, why would people do that with me? Well, because that's the way that the industry works. Everybody pays up front and then later on gets the training. So it's not actually weird. It's pretty normal. It's the standard of the industry. Okay? That's why people are willing to invest with you before your course is even created. Now, how do I know this system works? Because my students use this every single day and they generated hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, one of the greatest examples of this is one of my students, Arrow. Arrow teaches yoga. When she started with me, she's like, Iman, I want to teach yoga and I want to create this $15 training videos on yoga. And I said, why do you want to create $15 YouTube, $15 trainings? She said, because if I want to, there are lots of content on YouTube, and if I want to compete with them, nobody is willing to pay more than $15. And I said, Aaron, that's exactly the problem. If you create a $15 yoga video, nobody is going to buy it because they can find those stuff on YouTube. But what you need to create is a result-oriented course. Do the market research, follow my system, and build a course based on the system. So she did. And she created 3 packages, one at $2,500, one at $1,500, and one at $67 a month. In the first 8 weeks, Arrow sold $27,000 of her yoga course. $27,000 from a yoga program in the first 8 weeks. Do you think people would buy your course? Absolutely. If you do it right. If you have the right support, if you have the right technology, if you have a person who can teach you exactly how to do it, you can, right? How do I know that? Because, as I said, like a lot of stories, Helen Chang, she teaches people how to write and publish books. Follow the system. First 8 weeks, she sold $52,000 worth of online courses before starting to teach. $52,000 before starting to teach even the first piece of content. Every single one of these students were in the place that you are today. Every single one of them thought, well, why would people buy? Why would people want to pay me? Nobody wants to buy my course. No, but they got the results because they followed the system. They got the right support. They got the right system, right? And I want the same thing for you guys. We have done this with over 3,000 people. Over 3,000 people. So that's why I can sit here and continue going on and on and on the success stories of my students, on the results they've gotten, right? At that point, when you sell the course, now you have students. That's how you know the course sells well, because you have already sold it. And then you start recording content. And you record content 1 piece a week, as I said. There is a camera that you can get called Logitech C920. This camera is less than $100. It's less than $100. You can buy it on Amazon, and it records 1080 HD. There is a C922 and there's a C930 version, right? So you start recording with this. Has a good microphone, good camera, records 1080 HD. Perfect, fantastic, right? That's what I say. Like a lot of times people say, oh, I want to create an online course, and they get all bogged down with the technology. And the only thing you need is just one camera. And you can even use the webcam on your own computer if it has a good webcam. But that's it. That's the only thing you need to get it started. Later on, you can buy a good microphone and the lighting and everything else. And I'm going to give you a list of all of those things at the end of this webinar, right? To say thank you for staying to the very end with me. I'm going to give you that list. But all you need to get started is just one webcam. You don't even need that if you have a good webcam on your own computer. Okay? Now you start recording 1 piece of content a week. And then as you record your content, you want to secure it, and you need to put it on a membership platform. That's when the technology becomes slightly important. So when people say, should I use Kajabi or Thinkific or this and that, blah, 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 that's actually when it becomes important. And that becomes important for like 10 seconds till you choose. And what I would suggest, and you don't have to follow this, what would you suggest is a software called Thinkific. You can start with Thinkific for free, right? My students get 3 months of it for free at $97. So they get the premium version for free for 3 months. But then even if you're not my students, you can start for free. It's not the premium version though, right? Now, that's the Thinkific. That's like one thing. It's not the biggest deal. If you want to choose Kajabi or Thrivecart or anything else, you can use whatever technology you want. Honestly, technology is the least important part when it comes to course creation. What's important is people buying your course. That's what matters. People buying your course. And people buying your course has nothing to do with technology. People buying your course has to do with what you are putting in the course and how you're presenting it and how you're delivering it. Now, one great examples of my students is for Luke Bowen. He has this smart water damage sensors. He actually sells a product, water damage sensors, and he created a course for insurance brokers on water damage prevention. So people study his course, learn about the smart water damage sensors. So when their clients have water damage and they go to the insurance brokers to talk about this damage, right away that insurance broker refer them to Luke. Luke's referrals have tripled from insurance brokers since he created his course. Just a free course. He created a free course. He got it accredited by Insurance Brokers Association. And so now people need to study it. When they study it, they refer clients to him. His referral has tripled because of having a course. So that's the power. That's the different ways that you can use an online course, right? Even you can use an online course for free, like a free online course, to make a huge impact in your own business. Now, after that, you start putting together your sales funnel. Obviously, we are not going to be able to go through the sales funnel in such a short time that we had. I try to give you as much as I can within the short time, but like we have the really tight time here, right? It takes about 2 hours just to sales funnel. But when you put together that sales funnel based on the steps of step 4, based on the 4th step in the system that I shared with you, now you have a high converting sales page. Now you have a sales page that when people go to it, you're going to make money. So you send every person goes to it, you make $5, $10, $20, $30. And now that you have a page that is converting and is making you money, now you can go and start paying for ads and traffic and get joint ventures. Sometimes people come to me and say, Iman, I want to learn about Facebook ads. And I say, well, do you have a high converting funnel? They're like, no. And I'm like, what do you want to run the Facebook ads to? They're like, I don't know, my business. I'm like, so well, your business isn't making money online though, is it? They're like, no. I'm like, so you want to run the Facebook ads to what? You don't start from Facebook ads. You don't start from these things. What you start is from the first step, business model. Okay? Let me walk you backward on this. You can't run traffic if you don't have a high converting sales funnel. You cannot have a high converting sales funnel if you don't have your membership platform built. You cannot have membership platform built if you don't have your content recorded. You can't record your content. You shouldn't record your content if you haven't sold your course. You can't sell your course if you don't have your course guideline. And to create your course guideline, you need to have your course structure. But to be able to build your course structure, you need to have an irresistible offer. You need to have your market research done. And you cannot do any of that if you don't know why you are creating the course in the first place. That's why I tell you, never, ever, ever, ever skip any steps. Never, ever, ever, ever skip any steps. Everybody with me? Okay? Go ahead to the chat box and say, this is very exciting. Go to the chat box and say, this is very exciting. And also say, I can do it, right? Because I tell you, every single one of you can do this. This is completely doable. How do I know that? 3,000 students have done this. 3,000 of my students have done this. Not 1, not 2, not 5, not 10. 3,000. So, a couple of examples of people who have done it. Natasha has been in business for 20 years. She's been trying to break it in a big way. She has done so many amazing things in her life, but she was the best kept secret in her market. She has this amazing knowledge that can make a difference, but then she was this best kept secret in the market because she didn't know how to actually share her content. She came to our program, she went through this system, and listen to this. In the first 8 weeks, she sold 16 packages she sold 18 packages at $3,600 and $6,400. 18 packages at $3,600 and $6,400. I think she sold 12 at 12 at 3,600 and 6 at 6,400. How would that change your business? How would that change your business if you could do that for yourself? That's over $50,000 in 8 weeks. And all you need is just the proper system and the right guidance. The right mentor who can be by your side, cares about you, and knows exactly how this is done. Mentors who have experience, who actually can help you do it, right? People who have done it beforehand, not the person that like you go and want to get feedback from them, but they've never sold a single online course, right? You need to have the proper mentor, the proper feedback, and the proper person by your side. And the other story is Joy. Joy used to teach IT in corporations. She came to my course. She learned how to create her courses online. She started making money online, and then now she's traveling the world. She put her entire content online, and she generated automated income, and she has actually gotten her freedom to be able to travel the world. That's what I want for you. I want you to have the option to do what you want while you're making an impact in the world, in other people's lives. And it's not about the content. It's not about the package. It's not about the technology. It's about you deciding that you want it in your life. So, are you ready to have it in your life? Are you ready to take action? Is it your time? Is today your day one? Is it today the day that you say, Iman, I see the system. I know hundreds of people have followed it. They are getting results, and I want to be on the same boat. I'm tired of not getting results. I'm tired of thinking. I'm tired of waiting till something happens. I'm tired of waiting for the perfect moment. I'm ready to take action today. And if you are there, if you are ready to actually make this happen in your life, I want to actually be by your side. I want to be by your side. I want to take your hand. I want to actually help you make it happen. And Sarah and I talked to each other. She said, like, people on my tribe need to do this. This is the package. This is the foundational piece of everything else. This is the piece that changes everything else in your life, right? If you get this right, you can actually make huge impact in your life and other people's lives, in your own financial future, in everything you're doing. And so Sarah and I talked with each other. She got you guys an amazing deal. Like, she literally twisted my arm. Well, not literally, we were just a few thousand miles away from each other. But she like twisted my arm, and she was like, no, you're going to give my students a very specific deal. So she has created this extremely amazing deal for you guys that I'm super excited to share with you. And I'm going to share with you the deal. I'm going to tell you how you can actually get on board, and you can let us take your hand and walk you every step of the way, so we can actually do this together. I'm so excited because I know that so many of you guys are excited, are chatting with me, are here, and want to get ready, right? So here's how we're going to do this. And we're going to do this together. We're going to work together. We're going to make this happen in your life, okay? So the first step that we're going to do together is that I'm going to help you to create a course that is the right course. It's going to give you every step. We're going to help you to create it in the next 60 days. We're going to help you to actually even build your webinar funnel automatically, and we're going to help you to get influential people and other affiliates to promote you, which you know that like Sarah has actually lots of connections to a lot of affiliates. She teaches affiliates how to do affiliate marketing, and and I have a lot of affiliates around me, and we can actually kind of help you to find those people, and you connect with them, right? So here's how we are going to do this. We're going to start an 8 weekly live class. 8 weekly live classes. I'm going to get on the phone myself with you, and we're going to do these 8 weekly live classes starting on June 5th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Okay? Starting at June 5th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we're going to get together online. I'm going to teach you one step in details. Like today, I just did an overview. I couldn't go to like I couldn't, for example, tell you how to find those 8 to 20 people. I couldn't tell you what's the script that you're going to post online. I couldn't tell you like how to get on the phone, like what's the conversation. Like I couldn't give you the scripts. Like just kind of simply we didn't have enough time, right? Within 2 hours, I like every step takes me about 1.5 hours to explain, like every step. I did the overview. I went to as much details as I could for you guys. But then during the 8 weeks, I'm going to walk you through every step. I'm going to go one step. I'm going to give you all the details. At the end of it, I'm going to give you one homework. Nothing confusing. I'm going to give you a template for that homework, that how it should look like. Is that fair? Can you do that, right? You have a template. You just learned it. You got a template that how it should look like, and you can go, and I teach you exactly how to do it. So you go and do it. Everybody can do it. How do I know that? Hundreds of students do it every single year. Hundreds of my students are doing it. This course has been perfected for getting results. Okay, that's the first thing. The homework is not going to take you more than 4 hours, 4 productive hours. Now, some people do the 4-hour work in 10 hours. I don't know, right? But this is, if you do it productively, it's going to take you 4 hours productively to get it done, right? That's $3,997. Now, next one. If you want to get started today, you don't want to wait till June 5th. You want to get started studying today. That's fair enough. I'm going to give you the entire course content right now today when you join the program. So you join the program today and you're going to get access to the entire content so you can get started studying right now. Every session is like divided. It says homework. The homework has a template. You're going to get it done. Okay? That's a $1,997 value for the entire course. You get that right away, right? Now, here's the thing. We are also going to give you lifetime access to Ultimate Course Formula Support Group. And what lifetime access means as long as Success Road Academy exists, as long as we are teaching Ultimate Course Formula, and as long as Facebook exists, right? Now, we have been around for a long time. We are one of the largest information marketing academies in the world, so we're not planning to go anywhere. We're going to be there. And we're giving you access to support to our Facebook group. We have mentors dedicated to those Facebook groups to answer your questions. So here's what happens. Remember the homeworks I told you? You get the homework done. You submit it to our Facebook group. After you are done, a mentor who has helped hundreds of other people sell courses successfully is going to review your homework and give you feedback. You are going to get personalized feedback from the mentors who have been trained by me, handpicked and trained by me, and have helped hundreds of people create their courses successfully. To review your content. You know, one of the biggest challenges that entrepreneurs have is that they do something and they go to friends who have never done something and get feedback from them. I'll tell you what, if you're asking feedback from a person, from your loved one, from anyone who has never sold an online course, how do you know they are right if they've never done it themselves? You can't, right? That's why we give at Success Road Academy, we give you the best mentors who have actually have the experience, they have done it for themselves, and they are doing it for other people, okay? So that can change everything for you. That's why my students get amazing results, because it's not just about the content, it's about the support that we give to our students, right? So that's $997 value. We also give you access to email templates to give to your affiliates to promote your course when your course is ready and is going public. That's $497 value. In fact, if you find a copywriter to write those emails for you, they're going to charge you $5,000, right? We also give you access to my sales page templates and my high converting sales funnel. So not just the sales page, but like my entire funnel. We give it to you the way that you click on a button and it copies my entire system to your system if you're using ClickFunnels. Now, you don't need to worry about those things right now. That's a $997 value. Those are all future stuff, and the technology and stuff needs to be done. But at the beginning, the first 8 weeks, we don't even care about the technology. In the first 8 weeks, we just want to make money. We just want to sell the course, right? So we get started from there. That's $997 value, and we give you access to post-purchase email templates. So after people bought your course, what are the welcome messages and everything else? that they get. That's $297 value. Now, we're also going to give you something else called the Ultimate Platform Guide. And that's if you are technologically challenged, you're worried about the technology, we are giving you all the steps of technology, click by click, where to click, how to get results. Okay? So we're going to give you every single thing you need to create and launch your online course. Literally, there is absolutely nothing else that you could need that you're not going to get in this package. That's everything you need to be able to get the results that my other students get. Everything you can get. Now, we're going to give you some bonuses here. These are bonuses that thanks to Sarah. Sarah added all of these bonuses for you guys. One of them is that we're going to give you a videography course, just in case if you want to learn how to do videography on your cell phone, so you can actually get better lighting, better camera, and you can do that all on your cell phone. You don't need to buy any video gear. So you do all of that on your cell phone. We can just teach you. It's a simple course. It's a $997 course taught by one of my friends, and you're going to kind of get that course as a gift, as a bonus. We're also going to give you another course called Online Marketing Secrets. And one of the things we're going to do for you there in that course is that we are going to give you interviews with 12 people who are making 6 and 7 figures. That's over $100,000 to $10 million of their online courses, on how they are selling it to corporations, how they are selling it on Udemy, how they are selling it on Teachable, how they are selling their courses on so many different places in the world. Just that course alone is worth your entire investment. Just that one course alone. These are secrets of people, how they are making hundreds of thousands of dollars up to millions of dollars of their online course. And you can get all of it as a bonus when you invest in Ultimate Course Formula. That's $997 value. And here is the kicker. If you choose to come to Vancouver, BC, you can come to Vancouver, BC. That's an option. That's a bonus. It's not part of the course. And you can actually choose another date, another time, right? But we give you also one ticket to an event called Ultimate Webinar Funnel Live. Sarah flew from UK, came to our event. We have a lot of people come from Europe. We have people come from Netherlands. Like, we have people coming from all over. We have people coming from Japan and Australia to attend this event 3 times a year. This happens 3 times a year. But if you get yourself to Vancouver, we will build your entire funnel at the event. We will build your entire funnel at the event. So being technologically challenged isn't even a reason. Isn't even a reason for us, right? So that's a $997 value. That's a bonus. You don't have to like come to Vancouver to get the, like all of those students I gave you the examples, all of them got all of those results before coming to Vancouver, before even going to our event, right? Now, the total value of this course, everything involved, is $12,770. And every day, regularly, we sell this course at $1,997. So if you go to our website right now, you see this course is $1,997. But as I said, Sarah twisted my arm and created a very unique deal for you guys. So you guys have won lottery being today on this call with us. And thanks to Sarah, you can actually get this entire course, including all the bonuses, all the copies, all like everything, 8 weekly live classes with me, the mentor who reviews everything for you on the Facebook group, like everything for only one-time payment of $497 US. Or you can make that at 3 monthly payments of $197. And all you need to do is go into exclusive.joinucf.com. That's all you need to do, right? Go to exclusive.joinucf.com. This is the most amazing, the most unique way of exclusive offer that we have ever given anyone. And thanks to Sarah, you guys have access to this offer. Okay? So all you need to do is go to exclusive.joinucf.com and invest in this program. I tell you guys, you are like, when this program is at $2,000, we sell this program at $2,000 every day, and we sell a lot of it every day, right? At $2,000, when people invest in this program, they get, and this is the same program, right? They get such huge return on investment that they keep referring clients to us. That's how we ended up having 3,000 clients, because all of our clients refer clients to us. Like when they take the course, they go through this, they see the result. They're like, holy crap, I want my friends to get this. I want my friends, right? And you guys are coming from Sarah. You guys all know about affiliate marketing. You know about all of this, right? This is one of the greatest ways for you to actually open the door to amazing income and impact in the world. And you literally are just a click away. And at $497, this is absolutely no-brainer. Absolutely no-brainer. I mean, like, there is literally every piece that I shared with you is worth more than $497. I mean, like, I couldn't even believe we are offering this at $497. But you have to join the program in the next 3 days. Now, this is only 72-hour offer, but if you join the program today, I'm going to also give you another bonus. That course is called the Marketing Mastery Summit. That course, my Marketing Mastery Summit, is my best training ever. That training is on how to build a business based on your passion and purpose, how to build an amazingly successful business based on your passion and purpose. And when you join the program today, you also get that course as a gift from me to say thank you for taking action right now, right this second. So I'm very excited for you guys. Every program that we sell at Success Road Academy, including my $75,000 one-on-one mentorship, has a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Any program we sell at Success Road Academy has a 100% 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning that if you buy the course, you didn't like the course, and it was not the best course you could ever invest on, you can send us an email in the next 30 days, and we're just going to refund you your money, right? So there is absolutely no question about the value of the course. I am taking all the risks. But $497, you can't even, like, I mean, like, even one piece of this is worth more than $497, let alone like the entire $12,770 value. Okay? So take action today so you can also get the extra bonus from Marketing Mastery Summit. And take action right now. You can get Marketing Mastery Summit. You can buy the course. And I'm excited. I'm super excited for you guys who are joining the program. I'm actually seeing some of you guys are actually joining the program right now. You can go to the chat box and tell me, hey, you know, I'm actually joining the program. I'm excited to join the program, right? So go ahead to the chat box. Actually, if you want, you can go to the chat box and let me know like that you're going to join the program. You're excited to join the program. That's super exciting. I want to tell you, those of you who are joining the program right now, or are filling in the form, I actually appreciate it. I can see that on my cell phone. And I want to say thank you for joining me in that program. I'm very excited. And here's what's going to happen. The moment that you join the program today, you will get access to the entire course material. You can get started on your online course creation today. All right. You study week 1, which is on your business model. And right away, you can get the homework of that done, and you can go to step 2. The step 2 is going to give you the market research. Literally, in the next 20 days, you can be starting selling to sell your. You can start selling your online course. In the next 20 days, the record for my students was that one of my students, actually the first day that she attended one of my classes, she got a mindset shift. And right that day, the first class, she generated $9,000. It was not because of the online course that she created. She hadn't yet, but she got a mindset shift and something I taught. And right away, she generated $9,000 same day. Same day. That's what I want you guys to understand. That's how valuable this course is, you are literally a step away from the program that can change everything in your life. And I'm not just randomly saying this. I know this for the fact because we have done this for hundreds and hundreds of my students every single day, every single week. Every single day, every single week, Ultimate Course Formula changes people's lives. And you are literally getting the best offer that is available out there to be able to get the Ultimate Course Formula. Thanks to Sarah for creating this offer for you guys, right? So you can see that there is a button on the right side of the screen that says Get Instant Access. You can click on that, or you can simply go to exclusive.joinucf.com. And you go to that page. That page has a 3-day notice, and then after the 3-day, the deadline hits 0, and that offer is gone, and you won't be able to get access to that page ever again. Okay, so go ahead to the chat box, and I'm actually gonna remove that link from the chat box. I'm gonna type it for you guys in the chat box. Okay, so go ahead to the chat box. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm in the next couple of days. Sorry, not a couple of days. I'm going to answer some questions in the next few minutes, and I'm going to give you guys the book that I promised you, which is the Ultimate Toolbox. So I'm going to give you the Ultimate Toolbox in the next few minutes, and then we're going to wrap up the entire presentation. But if you have any questions, anything, if you got great value, go to the chat box. Say, I got great value. I'm going to join. Can't wait to actually start implementing this in my life. Like, you are few steps, like few clicks away from the thing that changes your life, right? And I'm excited about this. I look forward to actually helping you to make that happen. I left the link for you guys in the chat box as well. So go to the chat box and let me know, how do you feel about the webinar? How do you feel about the program? If you have any question, ask your question. I'm happy to actually answer you any questions that you have. And I'm just gonna get all the love from you guys now. Okay, so perfect. Thank you very much for those who are saying I'm going to join. Marianne says I did get great value. That's awesome. Super excited for you guys to be here. I know that many of you guys are actually on the sales page right now, filling in the application form, filling the form. So I really, really appreciate it, and I'm really excited for being able and honored to actually take your hand and walk you every step of the way and help you to actually make this happen in your life. This is this is going to be amazing journey in the next few weeks, few days, and working together to create your online course. Okay. B says, terrific offer. Thanks. We'll settle on the first idea and get my investment together. Awesome. Perfect. So one thing actually on that note, sometimes people say, Iman, as soon as I know my offer, or as soon as I know my package, I'm going to get started. That's actually the wrong mindset. So we will help you to come up with the right offer and the right package. So we help you to come up with the idea. Okay. Don't wait until you have the idea, because even if you have the idea, you come to the course, we'll actually give you you may actually change your idea. Come to the course. Inside the course, we will help you to find the idea about the course. Okay, just keep that in mind. It's we will help you to actually come up with the idea. Don't wait for having the idea, because you may not have the idea for the next 2 years or for the next 2 weeks, right? Get us started right now, and then we will help you to actually come up. Ultimate Course Formula, let's put it simple. Ultimate Course Formula is everything you need. Everything you need to create and sell online courses. You don't need to think in advance. You don't need to plan in advance. You don't need to have anything in advance. You don't need to have the content in advance. You don't need to have anything in advance. Ultimate Course Formula is the foundation of everything else. The only thing you need to be able to get Ultimate Course Formula is the will that you want to change your business, is the will that you want to change your life, is the will that you are willing to do the work, which takes 4 hours a week, once a week. That's it. 4 hours a week, in 7 days. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. Okay? So join the program. Let us help you. We have several mentors waiting to take your hand and walk you every step of the way. Okay? So we'll help you with the course topic. We will help you with the niche market. We'll help you with everything inside the program. Okay? So go ahead, get the program and get it. Mark says price on the page says $19.97. Mark, the price the price on the page should give you $4.97. John says, is this for a newbie? Absolutely, this is for a newbie. Absolutely. Whether you are a newbie or you have done this before, or you're like, absolutely anything, this is absolutely works for you. So yes, absolutely, John. Whether you have created a course before or you're totally starting from scratch and you've never sold anything, this is everything. Yeah, absolutely, it works. Mark says, okay, the price is $19.97. So Mark, if the price for you is $19.97, make sure that you are going to exclusive.joinucf.com. If you still see $19.97, there is a chance that you have attended another webinar with us before, that we made an exclusive offer there. So email support@successroadacademy.com, Mark. Okay, so I'm actually sending you this, support@successroadacademy.com. Okay, Mark, email support@successroadacademy.com, and then my team is going to give you access to the page that gives you $497 offer. And sorry for any inconvenience. For whatever reason, our system doesn't notice that you are a new person. Okay. GOT says willing to travel the path. Awesome. I'm excited. Nicholas says I just signed up. I'm excited. Awesome, Nicholas. I'm super excited for you. John, I'm looking forward to actually working with you on the program as well. Paul says, are there any other costs like building sites, hosting stuff? So there are other costs, but not for building sites and hosting. So one of the things, for example, is that you can get Thinkific, but my students in the program get 3 months of premium Thinkific for free. So when you join Thinkific is $97 a month, but then my students actually get 3 months of that $97 a month for free, which allows you to sell your course first. And so the course will fund all the other expenses. Okay. So if you actually have that, like there will be other costs like minor, like you need to have like active campaign is like $15 a month. But then at that point you have already sold your course, and the course can actually fund all of the technology, right? We start from selling the course. So the course will fund everything else. So don't worry about that part. There will be other costs, but first of all, they're really minimal. And even if they are minimal, the course has already covered the cost of that. And then Tim says, thanks for the offer. We'll kind of see each other soon. Perfect. I think Tim has some problem with his computer. Thank you, heading there now. Awesome. Perfect, John. I'm excited to have you in the program. I see, John, you joined the program. Mark, super excited. Okay, Mark says, well, I've never been on any programs or webinars before. So sorry, John, like Mark, probably there's something in the technology is not working properly. John got the course for $497. Mark just got the, not Mark, Nicholas just got the course for $497. Yeah, it's actually Danny got the course. So it's like actually everybody is on the call. I can't show you this because it has all the email addresses of people who are purchasing right now, but all of them are actually getting at $497. So it's just some technology issue on your end, Mark. So just email support@successroadacademy.com, and then my team will get on the phone and will help you to process the payment. Okay, guys, I am super excited. For those of you who are joining the program, I wish Sarah could actually be here and talk about her experience with us. Sarah also came to Vancouver, went through the 3-day event with us, and it was an amazing experience. I have a great deal of respect for Sarah. I've learned a lot from Sarah and I shared a lot with Sarah. And now that you guys are actually coming and joining the program, you can actually go through the same journey and Sarah and I actually went through together. Great deal for you guys. I'm super excited. Go to exclusive.joinucf.com and get the course. Now, I'm also going to give you guys the promise that I told you guys I'm going to give you the book. And for that, you can actually look at the chat box or go to the offers page, and you will be able to see the ebook. Okay, so I'm going to actually put the link to the ebook for you also. So there is a link on the right side of the screen. If you're looking at your computer, that gives you the link to the ebook. I'm also leaving that for you in the chat box. Okay, so link to the link to Ultimate Toolbox. I'm putting that for you in the chat box. So link to Ultimate Toolbox and link to exclusive offer at $497. exclusive.joinucf.com. Okay, so guys, you have the link to exclusive.joinucf.com, and you have the link to Ultimate Toolbox in the chat box. Again, thank you very much for staying to the very end. I am super excited. You can get your gifts in the chat box, and you can get access to the link to purchase the program at $497 in the exclusive.joinucf.com. Thanks for being with us to the very end. I am super excited for every single one of you guys who have joined the program, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think at least, I don't know, there's so many of them. But I think at least 8 or 9 of you already have joined the program. Go join the program. This is a unique, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity at $497. Thanks to Sarah. And I'm excited to work with you guys, to help you guys, to take your hand, walk you every step of the way, and help you to make a massive impact in your life, everybody else's business. Okay? Now, and then Daryl says, thank you very much. I got great value. And you know what, guys? You can even go at the payment plan of the 3 payments of $197, right? And then use the program to actually help you, you know? Perfect. Now, hopefully you guys got great value. Thanks, Sarah. Thank you. Absolutely my pleasure. Look forward to working with you and supporting you to get you guys going and help you with making a huge, massive difference in your business and in your life. Thanks for all the amazing feedback in the chat box. Thanks for all the gratitude messages. Really looking forward to working with you and helping with you. Euphemia says, can you? And it doesn't have the rest of it. So Euphemia, I'm not sure what's the rest of it. Dave says, can you? Chris says, thanks, Sarah. Nicholas says, thank you very much for fine package. Absolutely my pleasure, Nicholas. Can't wait to work with you. Mark says, thank you very much. Absolutely. Chris, thank you very much, Iman, for great price. Amazing. Actually, you have to thank Sarah for that, and you have actually already thanked Sarah for that as well. Thanks. Really looking forward to the course. Iman, cheers. Thank you very much, Danny. I'm excited to work with you. John, thank you. I'm away following the links by. Awesome. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for staying to the very end. Super excited. Looking forward to helping you with building and creating your course and making a huge, massive impact in the world. Okay. And Euphemia says, can you secure the Vancouver trip? Yes, Euphemia. So what happens is that after you buy the course, on the next page, it says if you want to secure your seat to Vancouver, it just asks you for $197 seat deposit. You just pay the seat deposit. When you come to Vancouver, you get it back. So the event is free. It's just you can just secure your seat to Vancouver right there as you are actually ordering. Okay. So it's actually on your end, and you can totally do that on your end. There's a $197 seat deposit to secure your seat, but then we pay you. We give you that back when you come to Vancouver. Okay. Thanks everyone very much for being with me, staying to the very end, and looking forward to seeing you soon in our classes starting on June 5th and helping you to create and launch your online course in the next 60 days. Enjoy the rest of the day. Have fun and bye-bye.